Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, ladies, to the podcast. Guys, if you are listening, I've got a couple of guys that listen to the podcast, so thanks for tuning in. You know you love a little bit of manifesting. So today I wanted to talk about what is a glow up? Are you glowing up and showing up? Because we need to glow up and show up. And that's what I've been doing this year. I've talked about it before. My word for this year was vitality. I've lost 4 stone. And I'm showing up more in business, online. I was already showing up anyway. I'm showing up in my marriage better, with other people. I've started going out a little bit more. And that might sound silly because looking online, you think she's confident. But my weight was getting me down. I was kind of like thinking, well, I want to go out, but I don't have anything to wear. And I wasn't feeling even though I go networking and I was speaking in front of people, you know what? I thought, like last year, there's one thing that's holding me back in life. And that's my weight, as in, I know I want to wear different things. I want to attend different things. And it sounds really silly about your weight, but we're all unhappy with something about our weight. We can all agree on that because there's always something. Like, even when we lose weight, we're not always happy. And obviously I've lost weight now. I've still got another couple of stone to go, but I'm glowing up more. And I've always been into self-care, but I'm showing up more for me and I'm taking myself to the next level. And I think as a podcaster and an author, I need to show up more. I need to push myself out there, because if I don't, then I'm not going to keep up leveling and growing within that side of my business. And it's not just about looks, it's a mindset, a lifestyle. Glowing up is about deciding you're worthy now, not just when. So a mental glow up, we need to look at everything, like especially when we're losing weight, how we can clear things out, because sometimes we've got so many things going on, like bad relationships, bad friendships, lots of baggage. I've had grief on my back, like the last year I'm losing my nan. But I always think my nan would not want me to, she'd be absolutely so proud of me now losing weight and doing everything. I mean, she was anyway. And sometimes we need that. We need to just think, do you know what? I'm fed up of this. I'm fed up of being this negative Nelly. I'm sick of being a mood hoover, energy vampire. I'm sick of, being around people like that. We need to glow up. We're not going to grow our business or create a business if we're not glowing up. Because when we glow up, we show up better. And emotionally as well, like if we are feeling good, especially as women in the bedroom, or even just going out or going to the school run, like you feel sassy, you feel better, even just losing off a stone, like we just feel less fluffy. So there's so many emotions around, especially as women, we're always bothered about our weight and what other people think. But if we can start getting rid of all these little niggles, then we can start showing up better. And about energetic and visibly glowing up, like showing up online, using your voice. You might be thinking of doing a podcast and you might think, actually, I want to do the podcast, but I'm not comfortable with my appearance, the way I am. You might not be very confident. There is, obviously, a podcast, you don't have to really show up. Obviously, it's on audio, but we need to show up on social media for our marketing strategy, and we need to be there because people buy from people and people want to see people. Like we follow celebrities and we follow what they do, but we end up liking the family. We get a little bit nosy, and that's what people do. People want to see who you are. But if you aren't showing up energetically, then that's it. People say to me all the time, like, I just love like your stories, and I've had so many people like, I love your podcast, I feel like you're talking to me. And a lot of these people that I do talk about and situations in the podcast are from my podcast listeners, from my clients, because I gain so much like information when they're sat in my chair, because they're like, this is what I'm going through. And we talk about weight loss, we talk about relationship, we talk about sex, I'm very open. I'll talk to any client about anything. My clients are like friends. They're not like clients. So I've known a lot of my clients for 20 years. So you kind of cross that barrier, don't you? Because you see children grow up and you get married and you do all this and they have grandchildren. So, but it's really nice seeing other people, and it is nice for people to see me growing up. And naturally, I had a lady commented to me tonight, and it must have been on a story. I don't really speak to her that much anymore, and she just said, like, you're doing really well with everything. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I've had a few people this week saying that. You know what? All it takes is that person to say that. And you know what? This person didn't need to say that to me. And I don't really speak to her that often. I didn't even know she was watching my stories. People are watching. People are observing. And sometimes I was even thinking last week, am I showing up too much? Am I sort of getting into my own little head? I had a lady called Sue. She was actually my nan's carer. When she was at the home, and she's now a client of mine, and she's like, Lindsay, I love your stories, I love coming to yours, you just make me feel amazing. And my nail tech, who I put onto her, I love seeing you and Kirsty. Energy is just phenomenal. So this is the thing, like, I'm showing up, and I am being authentic when I'm showing up, because I get a buzz out of my job, I get a buzz out of what I do. I'm clearing a lot of shit away, because that's what we need to do. I had a lot on my head last year. I had a lot of stress with my family, which I can't really speak about online, but we had a family member, and she hurt me, my mum, and she obviously, there's so much to the story, and the consequences have come to bite her back, basically. But the thing is, now me and my mum was like trying our best to help this person so much, and we was made out to be like the bad guys, or it was just a really hard situation, and it drained me to the point I ended up with diabetes. I ended up being mentally so stressed last year that my mum had a breakdown. My mum will listen to the podcast, she won't mind me saying that. My mum was drained. My mum tried everything to help this person, and my sugar levels kept going up and up, and my nan got ill, and I thought, and then my doctor said, I don't understand why your sugars are going up, your cholesterol's brilliant, everything's fine. Yeah, I'd put a bit of weight on, but not to the point I would think my sugars. So I don't know whether this had contributed to me feeling away. And I started to feel negative. I was manifesting, and my manifesting had gone a bit stale for a bit. Like, things were good, but in the plateau, nothing big was coming through. And because I thought, this person that we've been helping, I wouldn't surround myself around this person on a normal day-to-day person, because I don't surround myself with drama and mood hoovers. I want to be with energetic people that want to glow up and show up for them, and that's what I do for women, and I want to help them and become the best versions of you. And if you're a mummy and you want to create a business or do something for you, then glowing up is the best thing. And just having a change of style. I've done a couple of restyles today in the salon, and they just felt amazing. They were, and you know what I said to my client before she went, I said, I love to get my Ring doorbell and see you coming through the door and then going. And I should do that. I should get another doorbell outside and see clients coming and going and taking pictures of the hair, because they glow up and they feel amazing. They message me, my hair's a mess, I'm grey, look at my hair. And they always come away, they're fed, they're watered, and they feel great, and we have good chit chat, and they just feel like, what a glow up. Even if it's just getting your hair cut, a massage. There's one thing I'm going to be doing, is going to be having regular massages, because my neck has been crazy sore. So I'm definitely, I'm going to start just booking them in, so they're in, like I would my nails. Because the other night, I was aching, and my husband came back from a golf trip. He was aching and hobbling around. And I said, you know what, I need a massage. And we were both shattered. I said, you massage my back for 15 minutes and I'll massage yours. And then we were watching Jurassic Park, because the new one's out next week, which I've just booked tonight. And we were laid on the bed, and I was and Harry kept coming in and out. He's like, what are you doing? So I said, I'll lie at this end and you massage my feet and I'll massage your calves and feet. So like one leg was over and it was really funny. Do you know what? I felt so much better just doing that. It's just like taking care of each other, like, do something. And yeah, it weren't like a massive massage and something really relaxing, but it really did help. So just little tiny things can help you just move to that next level, because we can hide sometimes, and how, like, glowing up leads to not showing up. So you've got to stop hiding. You've got to take the pictures. You've got to start doing the things that you want to do. You've got to pitch yourself. You've got to start leading and positioning yourself, like, in your business. Like, if you want to start a podcast with me, like, think about like, I do a full strategy. I've got my course. I do one-to-ones. We do monthly. If you want to work with me for how long ever you want to work with me, this is what I do. It's not just, I don't just teach how to launch a podcast. I teach you how to be confident and position yourself and be the podcaster, or be the author. Show up, and because you've got to. I had to step into my author role. I had to step into my podcaster role, because if I don't show up as a podcaster and show myself, then people aren't really going to listen to my podcast. They're not really going to think, like, who's this person? She's just chatting. I'm just an everyday person. And you know what? I see this all the time with people. They launch a podcast and then they throw it out there. I don't see anything of the social media or what they're going to be talking about. So how are you going to drum people up? How are you going to get people excited? You will need to talk about our topics, even though it's like a little bit of a funnel, our podcast. We need to still talk about our podcast. Like, I'll talk about main character energy, or last week was talking about people pleasing. Are you a recovering people pleaser? Because sometimes we need to talk about it, because not everybody knows what we're doing. But if we're showing up online, you are showing confidence in people to listen to your podcast. Otherwise, we're not showing that confidence, are we? So it's, once we put all these together, the emotional, the visualizing everything, we can start manifesting that book and running your business, or stepping into you might be a bit stale within your job. You might not have your own business, but you might think, actually, you need that big main character energy. Like, say if you're in a workplace and, if you're one of these people that go to work and you feel you go to work and you don't put makeup on, you might not be able to have your nails done. But you think, if you go to work feeling like, you might have to wear a uniform, you hate, but if you go to work and think, I feel absolutely rubbish, look in the mirror and say, how do I glow up to show up? Well, maybe it's get your eyebrows plucked and tinted, wash your hair that day. I have a little jersey I'm into headbands at the minute. A nice little headband. Even if you've got a uniform, have a bit of tan on, a bit of cream on, just something to make you feel better. And that's why I do in a school run. I'll be glam in the morning, not like fully glam, but I'll have my nails done, I've my eyelashes done, a bit of tan. And that's what I've been doing lately, since I've lost the weight. I've always loved to tan. I don't do sunbeds anymore, not for like 20 years. I used to work in a sunbed shop, and then my mum got skin cancer, so I never went on them again. And I'm kind of glad now, because I probably would have aged quite a lot, and I've got quite a few like freckle moles. But Palmer's coconut daily tan is absolutely amazing. I look like I've been on holiday, and I just pop it on every night and I feel so different. Tint my eyebrows, even if it's just like nice eyeshadow, go and get a nice eyeshadow palette, just something just to change what you are. Do give yourself a little bit of a dermaplane, come to me and have a bit of a pamper if you're local to me, or you can come and visit me and have a bit of a pamper for day. That's what people do. They'll just book a full day out with me and like, right, I'll have everything. This is my budget. And like, one of my friends did that, and she's like, right, this is how much. And I was like, right, and I chuck a few extras in, and we'll do this and do that. Because I can work with what you've got and make you feel amazing. No matter what, you're going to feel amazing. And just little things are going to make you glow up. Just time for you to stop the overwhelm, just to chill. But we need to start by setting a non-negotiable me first time each day. Mine is in the morning, but I'm going to admit to you this week, I've felt a little bit depleted. I don't know if it's because of my medication or I'm just feeling a bit but my mum's felt it and my husband's been the same. I think I've just been busy and I've just felt sickly, just felt a bit and I I've not been even doing any exercise really. I've just been doing some like therabands, just some mobility exercises, because I thought I know my limits. I'm really busy this week. Can't afford to be ill because I just can't move people. I haven't got any bandwidth to move clients because I'm absolutely crazy busy now till I go on holiday. I don't know what's happened. Like when I manifest, like loads of crazy things happen with work. And I said this to I had a one-to-one yesterday with a lovely a founding member of it's called The Client Hunter, Alicia. She's amazing. I've been in that for years, and it's all about like helping you grow your Instagram and, you know, showing up differently. Because obviously I'm working on my podcasting and self-publishing side. But I said to her, you know what? My hair and beauty, and she's from hair and beauty industry, is so effortless. I don't promote. If I promoted, I would need like staff, basically. But I said the podcasting and that is still growing. People still getting used to me. And I changed my name on Instagram. So I've got rid of the Busy Mums Fitness Corner because obviously that was verified. Because when I worked as a PT, cleared loads of people out. Because obviously I want people that are on my Instagram that are going to follow me, that I can help and serve, like busy mums and, you know, anybody else that wants to follow me, that are going to, you know, support me as well. And I said, you know what, that type of business is, I've no trouble with it. I've done it for 24 years, but I know like what clients want because I know what I want. I look after people and I'm very flexible, just everything that I really support my clients and they come back. And you know, if they're coming back after 20 years, then that says it all, doesn't it? And I've got new clients and they always book back in and they're always happy to come back in, and they might have a facial, so they'll always like maybe have something else as well as, and that's what it is with your business, because not everybody knows what you do. But when it's the podcasting side, it can be quite confusing because obviously I don't really promote that side, but my Instagram, I've just changed it slightly and I've just put my name at the top. And I was a bit worried because I might lose followers. Anyway, I gained some more like followers last week. And she went, you've just got to change a few things. Because she said the Busy Mums Fitness Corner was confusing her as well. So I was like, right, get that. Yeah, totally. It's honest truth, isn't it? Somebody like giving you a little bit of audit that is gone from like 5k months to 33k months, come on, in the matter of a short period of time, who's not at all braggy. She's a mum of 4 beautiful girls. She's just incredible. And I love the fact that she's authentic, and I know it's not BS because I've seen her do it. I've seen her up level, and she's a very humble coach, and she's just us. Like, and we had a really good chat. It was just really nice she's been on the podcast as well, just to see like and to speak about different things. And do you know what it was? It was just, I know what to do. It's a different perspective, isn't it? Like what she's seeing, what I'm seeing, what can you tweak and change? Still got a little bit of work to do, but this is my plan this week. It's just like doing some tweaks and doing some different things and making sure that like my podcasts are, you know, it's for like my listeners, for my Instagram is for my listeners, and obviously I have services as well. So obviously I want to grow that side because it's passive income, and obviously I've got a child with additional needs. I can't really work any more hours than I have, and I have gone a bit silly with work this week, but only because my husband's been at home and he only works weekends at the minute. But that will be changing in like August, and I'm going to have a massive shock. But my mum said, don't be silly, I will help. But you still have mum guilt when you're working because, like, I mean, I've got a salon at home, it's fine, but you still have to be present. I've got after school clubs, SEN clubs, I've got everything. You know, I do loads of different things. But do you know what? Clients bring the children, and yeah, we have a laugh. So it's very much like home from home when you come here, and you always go away with something. But that's what I love, and that's what I want to create with my podcast. Like when you work with me online, even if you just buy one of my courses, what you hear on here, what you'll see on the course as well. You know, I don't have no fluff and, you know, no extra jazz to it. It's just very, I teach people how I want to be taught, because the way my learning style was. And people think that there's some like sorcery around the price of my course, which is £44 for my podcasting and self-publishing, because it's an evergreen product. I don't have to do anything with it. It just sells itself. But it is enough for you to do self-publish a book. And if you need any more help, then we could do more coaching. So it is just about showing up. And do you know what? I didn't do this years ago. I was a mobile hairdresser Then my husband converted my garage, and I was a personal trainer, so I did a few days hair and beauty. And God, when I think about it now, I think, oh, why did I do all that? Because I was constantly wanted to. I couldn't find what I really wanted to do. I wanted to up level. I've got a million of qualifications, and the only thing that I don't have qualifications in is podcasting and self-publishing. So I've spent thousands of pounds on all these courses. But you know what? I brought it all together, podcasting, talking about, I never thought I'd be talking about business growth. When you listen to my podcast 2 years ago, I talk completely different. And people say to me, I've seen an old college friend, Shira, she'll be listening to this, and she was like, your daughter, she's doing a degree, and she's doing podcasting and script writing. And she said, you don't do any aims on the podcast. I'm like, well, sometimes I do. But I've taught myself because I did a public speaking course, and I've worked on myself because I've got confidence in what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. So obviously I talk on the podcast, I teach self-development because that's what I've always done. Self-development. I've all the qualifications that I have in fitness. I've got the highest level in fitness qualification. Been hair and beauty for years. I've done my life coaching and counselling. So yeah, maybe that I'm not working anywhere in a place. But do you know what I think that's drove me to this is because having a child with additional needs has changed my trajectory on how am I going to live my life, how am I going to show up now, because I couldn't go and work for somebody with my son because he's got a learning disability. I need to be there for him. I can't be stressed. And when you've got a child with additional needs, I want to work, and then I have to look after him. I have to earn money because he's expensive. He needs sensory things. He's I still need to buy him lots of things because that's what you need to do. And we all have, we have to take our children for days out and clothes, and so it's everything adds up. The cost of living's really expensive. So I think I've kind of got to a destination now. And in my book, I talk about so many different things, and I'm actually going to read my own book again. And I do talk about how I got to that destination and how I maintain that destination, and the methods I use about manifesting, like effortless manifestation. Manifestation doesn't have to be hard; it's just a daily practice for me, which I have little habits, that I do every day, like the crystals and the journaling and the planning, the goal setting, and the visualization every day, and. You might be new to the podcast and you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this manifesting stuff. It doesn't have to be woo-woo. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. But as soon as you start putting these into place, then what happens is you start to see a change in your mind. You show up differently. And people say, oh, you're changing, you're different. So I had a client come the other night, Lindsay. She's lovely. I've known Lindsay for years. She was actually a model when I did a hair show years ago. And she was way overdue for her hair. And she said, oh, I needed your dose of you today, because she just had an operation and she did a book with me. She did a children's book last year, and she started back at work again. But I said, you're working too much. We're supposed to be talking about you earning more passive income so you're not in pain. She's like, I know. I don't know what's happened. She said, I needed to see you today. So you get like a free life coaching session when you come to me, because I've got her up to speed again. I've given her, obviously she was there for 2 hours. We did her hair. So a 2 hour power 2 hours. And that's all you need with me, 30 minutes with me, an hour, just do a wellness call and just talk about everything. Because sometimes you might want to look at your fitness, you might want to look at your business. So I do cover quite a lot, self-publishing, podcasting. You might not want to know. You might not have the confidence to do it. And we could maybe do a little bit of mindset work. But even just booking for some hair or a bit of massage, and you'll get that anyway. Because you know what? When people sit in my chair, they go away and they say, I want to do that business. I want to quit my job. You make me want to quit my job. And I'm like, that's what, I have that effect on people. Because I know and I'm passionate about what I've done. And when I think about when I worked in salons and when I worked in the gyms, working for people on my feet, was it really aligned? Was it really what I want to do? I got my industry experience, got what I want and needed to do. But it isn't probably aligned with me and my archetype. Because when you're working for people and you're working in an office and you've got other people there, or hairdressing is bitchy, the atmosphere is bitchy. There's some nice people, obviously, but a lot of weirdness goes on. And the same in the fitness industry, people can be quite catty as well. And I've had so many weird experiences working in both, sectors. And I'm like, I just want to work for myself because I don't have anyone to bother me then, do I? And I can still be professional. I can do what I need to do. I just feel like I'm so grateful at the minute because I've put myself in this position. But I wouldn't be able to do anything different with my son because my husband usually work shifts. So unless he retires next year, which he's hoping to, maybe in a year or so, because he's like, well, it's 54 this year, so he's older than me. But that's what I want to do. I want to work towards him being able to finish because our son's still going to need a lot of support. He's going to need lifts everywhere. He can't go out like other children, so he still requires lots of care like you would a younger child. And that doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon, but I'm not bothered because I've kind of got myself into a really good place with work and business and it like works for us. So anyway, let's close the podcast with some affirmations. So I glow differently when I prioritise me. I am becoming the woman I've always wanted to be. And I don't need permission to show up. I am the permission. And that's what I want you to do. If you've got somebody that you're living at home with somebody, it might be a partner, let's go with that, and they're just not bringing. Do you know my husband? He's the only person that's brought the best out of me. He lets me do anything I want because we have respect with each other, and he promotes what I'm doing, and like it's just amazing. Like I could not fault anything like about what he's done, like because he shows up for me. He knows what I want because we communicate. I think when you communicate, and I said this to Alicia actually, I said there's one thing that like she's got an amazing husband too, and I'm like, do you ever feel guilty for being happy, or like you don't want to like be seen like you're bragging because you've got an amazing partner, because people always want you to be like negative. And there's a few of my friends that listen to the podcast. I've got a lovely listener Rachel, and her husband Dave is amazing, and he does like pamper nights with Rachel, and like she'll send pictures, and I've got to know her husband too because we like text online, and it's just like people showing up for you, knowing when you're in pain, knowing when you're ill, and not stopping me, like not like saying you can't do this, and because I let him do what he wants, but I do a lot more what I want because he's not from this area, so he's moved and he's come to my area to live with me, and we've built a family together. So you ask yourself, like, why is that person not wanting me to be the best version of me? Why are they wanting me to stay in the shadows? And it's just about breaking free, I think, just showing up. So do a little bit of a tick box, like, what am I not showing up for? How can I glow up? It's not just like putting some like mascara on and some makeup, but they're just basic things like that. Just when you do little things like putting a bit of cream on and a foot pack, it's just tick your boxes. What do you want? And like in probably like season 2, I talked about having luxury items. Like just do little things for you which you want to do. And like that's like say having a massage or going for a coffee. Just go and have a coffee, sit in the car and just listen to a podcast. And do you know what, that would mean so much to me. Like I used to go on, well, when I can, on the school run a bit early, half an hour early. I got coffee for Costa. This is what my downfall, really, wasn't it? And sit there, or just take a brew and sit there and listen to a podcast for half an hour. You know what it's like at school, you go and get a parking space because you can't get there. Just sit there and just have a minute. Take a diary. I have a journal that I keep in my car because when I've got like things to think of, I write it down or in my notes section. So you can start blogging, you can start just showing up and start writing content. You might not be ready to do a business yet, but you know what? Just start thinking about what I need to do to show up. Give yourself a little bit of a check. I always think, what does Lindsay need? I need things. This week I've needed some more sleep because I've been tired. I've probably overworked. Yeah, I admit I've booked too many clients in, but I don't know where I'm going to book them in otherwise. And I need this weekend off. And tomorrow I've booked the morning off. Me and my husband are going to the cinema because he's like going back to work soon, and we're not going to, like, I'm going to miss that time because we've been going for walks and going out for lunch, and we won't be able to do that. So it's back to weekends then, and then it's a rat race, isn't it, on the weekend? And we're going to the cinema, and then I'm working in the afternoon. So it's like showing up for my marriage and what we need, because I feel guilty because he's at home all week, but I'm like working, and he's not bothered because he really should be at work, and then at weekend he works and I'm at home. But he's like, no, it's great because you come in and see me and we have a little chit chat and we have a bit of lunch together. We have conversations. And I've been washing my towels, and so it's been great. He's been doing little things, doing the shopping, and he's done the bedding today, freshed the bedding up. He's very good at DIY. So it's just like, I show up for him, he shows up for me. Life's great. We can show up for our son in a really positive way. I show up for him, being happy, and that's all he wants, me to be happy and be. He said, I'll never stop you doing what you want to do as long as you respect me and let me do the things that I want to, within reason, with each other, like sticking to good relationship boundaries. And then you both grow up together. And that's how you maintain that really good relationship, because you haven't got all these like niggles and arguments. And I think communication is like the best thing. So anyway, I'm definitely going to close the podcast now. So anyway, if you're not following the podcast, please follow the podcast. Please share the podcast as well. And if you've not bought my book, it is in the link tree. And there is a Kindle version. So if you have got Kindle Unlimited, you get it for free. And so that's perfect. So yeah, anyway, let's get glowing up. Send me a message. What do you need to glow up? Is there anything I can help you with? Because there's always something. And send me a voice note. I'm always up for voice note. Anyway, I'll see you soon and have a great day. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you feel inspired to take action and manifest the life you deserve. Don't forget to come and join me over on social media and Instagram at Busy Mums Fitness Corner for more tips, motivation and behind the scenes. And also be sure to check out my books on Amazon. They're designed to help you manifest your dreams and grow. And if you're ready to take the next step and work with me, you can head over to my link tree for all the details. Let's make magic happen together. So until next time, keep manifesting and stay amazing.